50,000 years ago, meeting the wrong stranger was often more dangerous than facing a hungry lion. Sounds impossible, right? But there's one ancient survival instinct still controls your brain today, and almost nobody realizes it's happening. Every time you meet someone new, your brain is silently asking the same question it asked thousands of years ago: friend or enemy? And here's the fascinating part. Without even realizing it, you're still using that exact survival system today. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your brain trusts some people instantly, fears others immediately, and why that ancient instinct has kept humans alive for thousands of generations. If you think lions were the biggest threat to ancient humans, your brain has been fooled. Yes, lions were powerful. Their claws were deadly. Their roar could freeze anyone with fear. But there was one important difference between a lion and a stranger. A lion was predictable. A stranger wasn't. Your ancestors understood lions. They knew where they hunted and how they attacked. If a lion was full, it usually ignored you. If it was hunting, you knew exactly what it wanted: food. But another human, that was a completely different story. A stranger could smile and still betray you. They could pretend to be friendly, then steal your food. They could secretly learn where your tribe lived and return later with more people. Or they could bring something you couldn't even see: disease. Back then, there were no hospitals, no police, and no laws to protect anyone. One wrong decision about trusting the wrong person didn't just put you in danger. It could put your entire tribe at risk. That's what made strangers so terrifying. Not because they were stronger than lions, but because they were impossible to predict. And here's something fascinating. Even today, your brain still reacts faster to an unfamiliar face than you realize. Before you've spoken a single word, part of your mind is already asking, is this person safe? Or should I be careful? That ancient survival instinct has been protecting humans for thousands of generations. But if every stranger was treated as a potential threat, how did ancient humans ever make new friends, build alliances, or allow outsiders to join their tribe? The answer is even more fascinating. So how did ancient humans decide whether the stranger standing in front of them was a future friend or their biggest mistake? Surprisingly, the answer wasn't a weapon. It was a test. Imagine walking toward an ancient tribe for the very first time. Before anyone spoke, before anyone smiled, dozens of eyes were already studying you. How were you walking? Were you holding a weapon? Did you look nervous or aggressive? Were your hands empty or hiding something? Long before humans trusted words, they trusted body language. A single wrong movement could make the entire tribe believe you were a threat. That's why many researchers believe first encounters were slow and cautious. A stranger might lower their spear, keep a respectful distance, or offer a small gift to show they came in peace. Not because these actions guaranteed trust, but because they gave the tribe a reason not to attack first. And even then, nobody relaxed. Trust wasn't given in a single moment. It was earned. The tribe watched everything: how you behaved, how you treated others, whether your actions matched your intentions. Because your ancestors understood something we still struggle to remember today. Anyone can fake words. Behavior is much harder to fake. And here's the fascinating part. Thousands of years later, your brain is still doing something remarkably similar. Before you realize it, you've already noticed someone's posture, their facial expression, their tone of voice, and your brain quietly starts building a first impression. Most of the time, you don't even notice it's happening. But what happened when a stranger finally passed every test? Did the tribe truly accept them, or were they always treated as an outsider? That's where the story takes another unexpected turn. Imagine you survived the first meeting. The tribe didn't attack you, but that didn't mean they trusted you. In fact, the hardest part was only beginning. For days, maybe even weeks, every move you made was quietly being watched. Did you share your food, or keep it for yourself? Did you help build shelters, or disappear when work needed to be done? Did you protect the group, or only think about your own survival? Back then, Trust wasn't something you earned with words. It was earned through actions. If you were a skilled hunter, you hunted. If you knew how to make better tools, you proved it. If you could heal injuries or find fresh water, your value to the tribe grew with every passing day. Little by little, suspicion turned into respect. And eventually, respect became trust. Some outsiders even married into the tribe, raised families, and became part of the community they once feared. But there was always one rule. One act of betrayal could destroy everything. Because in a world without laws or prisons, trusting the wrong person didn't just endanger one individual, could destroy the entire tribe. That's why your ancestors became incredibly good at reading people. Not because they wanted to judge others, because survival depended on it. And the incredible part is, that ancient system never disappeared. It simply adapted to the modern world. Today, you don't need to worry about rival tribes hiding behind the trees, but your brain is still making those same split-second trust decisions every single day. So if your brain still works this way, why do we continue judging strangers before they even speak? The answer goes much deeper than you might think. So, were ancient humans simply afraid of strangers? Not exactly. They weren't paranoid. They were prepared. For hundreds of thousands of years, that caution kept families alive, protected entire tribes, and helped our ancestors survive in a world where one wrong decision could be fatal. But here's what's truly fascinating. That ancient survival system never disappeared. It simply evolved with us. The next time you instantly feel comfortable around someone, or feel uneasy the moment you meet a complete stranger, ask yourself, is that really your decision? Or is your ancient brain making it for you? Researchers believe your brain begins forming first impressions in just fractions of a second, long before you've had enough time to logically evaluate someone. In many situations, those instincts help you stay safe, but they aren't perfect. That's why first impressions can sometimes be helpful, and sometimes be wrong. The world has changed. We no longer live in small tribes hidden deep inside forests. Most strangers aren't rival hunters searching for your food or your shelter, but your brain still remembers a world where trusting the wrong person could mean losing everything. And maybe that's the biggest lesson our ancestors left behind. Trust wasn't given because someone smiled. Trust was earned through time, actions, and consistency. That lesson is just as valuable today as it was 50,000 years ago. So the next time your instincts react before your mind does, remember, you're not just making a first impression. You're using one of the oldest survival systems in human history.